Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for giving me the opportunity.
I want to hit the mic here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for giving me the opportunity to testify before the Foreign Affairs Asia Subcommittee. I would like to start with the post-election situation in Burma past 2 years. The political climate in Burma has not fundamentally improved for over the past 2 years, despite great expectations by the people of Burma and the international community for a genuine change. The junta's strategy of maintaining the status quo was effectively implemented through the national election in 2010. The impact of this false democratic process has disproportionately impacted the ethnic minorities, including Rohingya, Kachin, and Myanmar Muslims over the Burmans and Burma. The military junta's imposition of its apartheid policies for Rohingya, such as travel restrictions, marriage restrictions, land confiscation, deprivation of education, deprivation of freedom to worship, closure of places of worship is still continuing. In fact, there has been further tightening of this recently in Rakhine State. Currently, there are some elements within the Burmese government colluding with Rakhine and Arakan state officials to make IDP, the internally displaced people, camps permanent or semi-permanent. The media is still not free for all people. Certain groups of people enjoy these rights more than others who has connection to the Burmese government. Rakhine National Democratic Party, RNDP, in collusion with some segment of Burmese government as well as the Ministry of Immigration, has recently introduced legislation in the parliament to launch a reinvestigation into Rohingya MPs in their ancestral backgrounds. These Rohingya MPs has been elected legally in the election in 2010. About U.S. administration's easing sanctions, I think the administration has moved very quickly to ease the sanction and relax the sanction. We believe that this is very short-sighted. This relaxation of sanction should have been more gradual, firmly incremental, with benchmarks. The Burmese government should meet each expectation by the international community before the second bar may be lifted. About military relationship with Burma, I am not a military strategist who can provide a detailed analysis of proposed military-to-military relations between Burma and the United States. However, as a concerned citizen, knowledgeable enough about Burmese military establishment, I strongly urge our government to avoid military relations with the government that is guilty of the worst crimes of our time. Establishing this relationship is way far too premature, we believe. About the growing conflict between the majority Buddhist and the minorities, the conflict between Buddhist and Muslim populations are overwhelmingly one-sided. Although it is termed as conflict, it is truly not a conflict. It is an attack on the minority by the majority. It's one-sided. It's backed by the Burmese forces, as we have seen that on videos and on the internet, on other news media coverage. Denial of basic rights, of systematic discrimination against Rohingya by the Burmese government created the fertile ground for nationalist Rakhine leadership and radical Buddhist monks to instigate fresh violence against Rohingya that has now spilled over to mainland Burma. About the implications of this conflict, the Burmanization policy, which is the purity, the ideology of purity of race and religion in Burma, that has been the central part of this problem situation in Burma. The violence against Rohingya and Burmese Muslims is part of a pattern of ultra-nationalism led by 969 movement, spearheaded by this monk Virathu, is spearheading that, and Time magazine has extensive coverage, so as other major newspapers of the world. This cannot be allowed. Myanmar government cannot remain silent on this. Myanmar government must investigate this and stop this, the terror network, 969 terror network, which is clearly committing all this violence and instigating violence through hate speech. Recently, the Burmese government, in coordination with Rakhine state officials, reportedly designated Rohingya prisoners as non-political prisoners. In recent days, hundreds of Rohingya prisoners from age 11, 12 to 60, 65, quickly sentencing them to life imprisonment or long terms, 20, 30 years jail for committing violence or instigating violence. In fact, these people are the victims of violence who has lost their homes, their business, some losing family members. Achieving national reconciliation with the ethnic group is not as complex as Myanmar government is portraying. It is simpler, it is achievable. It is within the reach. Myanmar government is very powerful. It has strong influence on Rakhine ethnic groups, and Myanmar government a central role, a powerful role, can play a powerful role to mediate the reconciliation if it comes to the middle and play a central role as a true and sincere facilitator. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Mr. Corman, you're recognized. Before you start, could I ask Dr. Uddin, what's the edition or what is the date on the Time magazine that you referred to in case other people might like to?
This is July 1st, 2013. It is a non-U.S. edition. It's edition for Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Africa.
Okay, very good. That's July 1st of this
July
year.
1st of 2013.
Okay, in case the staffs would want to get it or any of the folks in the audience today. Thank you very much. We actually directed any questions to you, so I would give you this opportunity if you would like to perhaps comment on anything that you heard here this afternoon that you think needs to be commented upon.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity again to make a statement. I want to emphasize on ethnic minority issues where I've been working as an ARU Director General, the rights of the ethnic minorities, particularly Rohingya issue. Currently, Ambassador Derek Mitchell has been working very diligently on this Rohingya issue, trying to find out a solution for this Rohingya people. So I think we should continue that path through State Department's effort working on this. But you know, the biggest problem we are having right now with in Rohingya issue is what Myanmar government, Burmese government says from Naypyidaw is not consistent what's happening on the ground. The more conciliatory talk, sometimes very negotiable talks coming out of Naypyidaw, each time that happens, you see more violence on the ground in Arakan State. There seems to be a disconnect between what's happening on the ground and what's come out of Naypyidaw. So international community, led by United States, the most powerful country in the world, need to take a look at that. Where is the missing gap? What's happening? Is that signal coming from the Naypyidaw to the forces on the ground to continue to commit this horrendous violence against Rohingya, or they are a breakdown of law and order? So I think that's one thing. That's something that I want to ask our government to pursue, that the security of the Rohingya people are addressed by the Myanmar government, because this is the place, Northern Rakhine State is the place which the Myanmar government governs. So there has to be law and order. It cannot be a lawless state in Burma where the Myanmar government is governing that region. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.